Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We got a 3v3 for you here at the lovely, wonderful Tarsus. This one is one of mine, and if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that it's only 19 minutes and 4 seconds. So, spoiler alert, everyone except for 3 people leave this game. The only people that stick around are me, Egypt, and Arverni. Everyone else leaves. Which was kind of, it was a bummer because like it was shaping up to be a pretty good battle, honestly. I felt, and then Miss Sacely was the first one to go, and then it was Sparta, I think, and then Rome left, and then I guess Arverni quit too, and then the game ended. I played this one last night. Well, I say last night. It's Friday morning that this is posted. I played this Wednesday night. Recorded it last night, Thursday night. And I feel like that the only way that you can really get a decent match is if you yourself host the battle. So, we waited for a while. Okay, on the opposing team, there were 2 Arvernis. One Arverni wasn't readying up. On my team, there was a Rome who had 6 ranged units. Even though I put in the description 124 GC only, Grand Campaign only. So I booted him because I was the host. I said to myself, nope, we're not doing this. If you have 6 ranged units, we're not doing this. You're out. And then the opposing, one of the other Arverni players, we were all ready except for him. And again, because there's no chat function, you can't talk to, and I know I harp on this, and I'm sorry that I do, but because there's no chat function, you can't talk to your teammates or even the other opponents in the pregame lobby to be like, hey, what's going on? Like, does he have an army fleshed out? Like, is he picking units, like, or does it just seem like he's AFK and he's not there? So I had to kick him. I booted him, and then we got a match going. So, as always, let us go over the players in the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. We'll start with the attackers. First, we'll start with. Jeez Christ, can I not talk? Arverni is Gillyfur. Masacely is being commanded by Cossack 99, and then Rome is being commanded by Venatrix. And that's it. And then defending myself as Carthage, we have Hannibal as Egypt, and Bam Bam Brown 60 as Sparta. So I have 2 units of Sacred Band, 2 units of Lake Carthaginian Hoplites, 2 units of Samnite Warriors, 3 Cretan Archers, 3 Iberian Swords, 3 Libyan Infantry, 1 Scutari, 1 Noble Fighter, and 2 Pikes back here, along with another one of the 3 Archers. Egypt, I was so focused on placing my units that I didn't realize what Egypt was doing. Because before the match started and I looked to see what he had, I was like, why do you have all this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then it made sense. Elephant General, he's got Egyptian Cav, he's got some Scythe Chariots in there. He's got Cretan Archers, Thurios, a lot of Thurios Spears, some Pikes, and Galatian Royal Guard, and that's like the long and short of it. He does some stuff here. He does some stuff. Cretan Archers for Sparta. In the front, we got some Periclei Spears. Over here, we have some Spartan Hoplites. 2 units of Heroes of Sparta. And then back here, we have Royal Spartans. And then over here, I think, yeah, Spartan Pikemen. Arverni is bringing Chosen Swords. Oathsworn. Ballista here, obviously. We have 3 or 4 units of Gallic Hunter someplace. And then I forget if he has an Oathsworn General or if Noble Horse. Rome just really making it difficult for himself. Again, you never want to be this far back because it's just going to take such a long time for you to get up there, especially with a onager that moves. Your troops, you run them up there, they're going to be tired. So, also the funds for this were rather large that I set it to. So, Praetorian Cav, Legatus, Evocati Cohort. We have some more Evocati Cohort, onager, obviously. And then that's it. Hastati, Evocati Cohort, and I think he has some stuff in here. Probably some Praetorians or whatever. And then Masacely, not necessarily a faction that I would bring on attack. That's just me. I don't think that they're necessarily the best for attacking. Just because, I mean, they're not as... if you want the Desert Legionaries, then just go with Rome. Because you can get a variety of different type of legionary troops that are cost effective. I mean, like Hastatis are Hastatis pretty good. They're not bad. They're good low tier units. They're good bang for your buck. They're good first in, you know. Whereas the Desert Cohort, they're kind of expensive. Desert Legionaries, kind of expensive. And then they don't have archers. They have the heavy Numidian skirmishers, which, again, I will... To the end of my days, will say, and hold true to it, that these are probably one of my favorite skirmisher units, if not the, like, my favorite skirmisher unit in the game. But you can't throw over the walls. Like, if he had archers instead, you know, he could stand outside the walls and shoot over. But, again, it's whatever. And then, yeah, Desert Legionary Cav. I would not have brought Cav either on attack. It never, for me personally, it never seems worth it. I would rather have foot infantry rather than cav. So let's get this started immediately. I know, actually, hold on. The music is a little low, so let's just bring that up a smidge. And then... a little bit of the effects, because I have a deep voice, and I have it set so on the microphone's a little bit louder than the audio. All right, resume battle. So, right off the rip, and I didn't even notice this. Okay, I didn't notice this because the first thing I did was I set my artillery to just start firing at his to see if I could get rid of it. And then with this, I came over here. I was like, oh, what can I attack? So I started to try and, like, shoot at him. Which, did I even get any of these first initial shots off? No, I didn't. But then I think what happened is that he noticed that Egypt was sallying out in full force. And was just like, oh no. He started to shift the entire troop move, which just made it easier for me to get shots off. Because look, I mean, especially there are a couple instances where I get a shot off and it just rolls right through, and I rack it up. I think this gets like 170 some odd kills potentially, maybe. I don't remember. I don't recall. So at this point, this early on in the game, I am really I'm here. I'm in this. I'm shooting. I'm firing. I'm trying to get shots off. I'm trying to... My whole thing is, because I'm picturing that this game is going to go on for the entirety of the near 60 minutes, is to try and let's at least try and knock out as many of Masacely's troops as humanly possible, because they're in the open. I want to weaken one of the factions who, at the moment, is going to present the squishiest possible target for me, and that is, of course, going to be Masacely. I mean, look what he's doing with his cab. His cab is just, like, roving back and forth. Like, I don't understand what he's doing here. Yeah, Egypt's coming to wide. I did not clock any of this when he was doing this. So I don't necessarily know if he moved because of Egypt or why. But yeah, he moved and kind of paid the price for it. Because if you see, I don't, he's like moving back and forth. Like I didn't, and he's still in the game, by the way. Like this, like screams of the computer, of the AI controlling the army. It's not. It's not. It's him. It's him controlling it. I could not fathom what he was trying to do here. It was so odd. Just moving your troops around like this and getting them a little tired out. I mean, they're active right now with all that running. And then again, yeah, like I'm going to be shooting at you. 177 kills. I think that's it. I don't think I got any more. So 177. So now over here, Sparta comes out with some Pericloid spears very aggressively. Citizen Cav, he actually silver chevron them up, which is, well, now their melee attack's not that bad because Citizen Cav is like the worst cav in the game. But I've decided to be a little cheeky. I'm going to slow down Arverni as much as I possibly can, because really, this is scary. Desert Legionaries and Desert Cohort are diet Roman troops, but they are still Romanesque troops, and they still have a fair amount of armor. So what I'm trying to do, what I want to do, is I want to slow these guys down as much as I possibly can, so that they don't get into the settlement before we can at least, bloody their nose as much as we possibly can. So, bring up my Iberian swords. I set them to attack these 3 towers here, just so I can disembark them and keep them from moving forward any further. And what I had planned on doing was attacking, getting that initial charge off with them, because they do have, 20 charge bonus, not terrible, not great. And then pulling them back immediately, and then sending in the Libyan infantry to do a little bit more, which, what is there? There's 18 charge bonus. So now they're coming down. This is what happens. It's something that I would absolutely endorse doing if you feel that you can get away with it, because, I mean, he had his troops so far back. He didn't move them up with the siege towers. He didn't give them any type of cover. So I was able to get over here and strike them. And he paid for it a little bit. I mean, he's getting shot at by Athens's, or Egypt's rather. Pardon me. That tickled my throat. Egypt's ballista over here. Got in as quick as I possibly could. Just trying to get as many kills here as I possibly can. And then, yeah, they're moving forward. They're archers, the Oathsworn, the heavy horse, and I say, nope. I am gone. And then I scramble my guys back in as quickly as I possibly can. Egypt is still firing, and then they ended up like stopping for some reason. I don't know why they did that. But there it is. Egypt is now fully on his way, and they must have not noticed this. Rome also must have been a new player, because my god, yeah. I almost wish I had saved this a little bit, because look at this. This is juicy. Ooh, my gosh. Do they have any Praetorians? I could have swore he had Praetorians, but I guess not. So, completely unaware. Just not even paying attention to anything. Chariots moving forward. They're going to get into these Numidian skirmishers and do a number on them. They are up on the wall. Sparta has moved his archers up to get some nice shots off. Pericloid spears here. They should have been like on top of this, so that square formation would have like done something, but that's all right. I moved my 2 Sacred Band up here because the first thing that I thought was like, okay, well, they're all here. They're gonna come pouring through. I'm gonna move my Sacred Band over here, but he got his Hastati in there before I could set them up in like a nice little holding fashion. And then I moved these guys here because I thought, well, he's going to be coming down anytime soon and rear charge into the Sacred Band. It's going to be terrible. Never happened. Which allowed me to move this guy over here. You'll see that happen in a little bit if we're over there. And then, yeah, the Stand Knight Warrior I sent up here. One is up here dealing with these guys. They have really good melee defense, 55, and they're heavily armored. So that's what I was primarily thinking of using them as. Not so much as something to attack, because their weapon damage and melee attack is not that great. But melee defense and armor, they are super duper tanky. This Mercenary Samnite, I'm going to send them up over here to deal with these Chosen Swords, because they are firing their javelins into the back of my hoplites, and I don't really appreciate that. So I had Chariots moving on in, getting some massive kills, 560, 70, And that number's just going to continue to rise. And then, yeah, just all these Thurio spears just tossing. Like, he scrambled. And I think at this point, he might have left. He might have left at this point. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that, especially since the units back here are moving around. Rome might have left too, actually. It really was like one right after another. It was so strange. So at this point, where are they? You're gonna see I'm gonna bring my pikes up soon. Noble fighters are gonna move soon. Bring the Libyan infantry back out because I want to try and get these guys down. There is one dude here, one dude, and if they end up throwing their jabbies and killing this guy, which let's watch that happen. Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't watch that, like, when I played this. Jesus Christ. Look at all of them here. Look at all of them here. God damn, that guy is dead. But now that he's gone, what I was getting at is now that he's been eviscerated into tiny little pieces, there's no one here, so they can't attack the people that are on this, okay? So they're gonna make it there. So I immediately just turn these guys around and get them back inside, because I don't want them getting shot up too badly. Sand Knights over here kind of doing not too great, especially because they're about to get surrounded. Have my archers over here. They're going to start firing here, there, and everywhere. Let's also not forget, though, that I do need Pickchaw. So yeah, now you can see that like everyone's just starting to like cram on in here. It's at this point where probably Rome might be gone. Let's see. Let's see if I can get like some arrows coming in. That'd be cool, right? Sorry, I'm chewing a cough drop. What is he doing? What is this guy doing? Is he like jumping up to get a better view? Hello? What is the point of this? I've never seen that animation before. I've never seen that animation before. That is so funny. Let's see. Try and get something cool here, you know? Look at this again! Yeah, it's like, what are you jumping for? I guess it's kind of cool. Here we go, with the fire arrows coming in. Yeah. Alright, good enough. Alright, so, you can see, I'm pulling these guys back here. This is definitely, they're gone. It's the AI now. Egypt has just kind of stopped. Low-key annoying. I mean, he definitely could have pressed with these guys a lot more. Just this dude's done for, you know what I mean? The Orc Swordsman could have came around, and then the rest of these guys could have left. Or maybe he's not gone. No. No, maybe he isn't left yet, because he's sending the guys this way. I think when Egypt gets a little bit closer, that's when he's actually gone. So now I got my Libyan infantry going up here to deal with these guys. I have another unit of Libyan infantry coming over here. They're going to come up here, if I remember correctly, to help deal with these chosen swords. This unit is doing all right. They're winning against one, losing against another. But Arverni is getting closer and closer, and it's just putting guys up on the wall. Honestly, he's taking too much time. He should really just be, like, blitzing right now at this point. Because he can see in... Okay, look. I'm going to slow it down again. I'm sorry. As the Arverni player, the Arverni player can now see, because he has his guys up on the wall and because his allies are inside the walls, he may not be able to see all of these units, but he can see most of them. There's only a couple with the eye icon above them indicating that they are hidden. So he can see that a lot of my units are over here. You can see that there's just one unit here and Libyan infantry here, and he has a bunch of Oathsworn. These guys should be making a beeline to these towers right here, getting them up here to wipe out what little infantry presence that I have here, and then either beelining it to up here to the capture point, the victory point, or wrapping around and striking the rear of our formation. But it's not what he did. Hindsight's 20/20, of course. Yeah, now Masacely for sure is definitely gone. Especially because he's getting his elephant over here. Because at this point, yeah, Rome is gone, and now I'm just trying to hold a blob here. And I see that he's bringing his elephant over here, and I start doing this. I'm like, come on, come on, come on, get your elephant in here. Like, you'll get so many kills. Like, please get your elephant in here. And he's going, no. He's like, no, I'm not going in there. It's a terrible idea. Eventually he does, and he ends up crushing it. Crushing it. Computer sends some of Masacely's troops over here because I don't know. Why not? It's the computer. What is, you know? Lib infantry struggling with the chosen swordsman over here, and now we got Arverni moving his Oathsworn up. Very, very scary. But as it stands now, we are... Bounce power is slightly in our favor. A little more than slightly, actually. But again, Egypt's kind of just like hanging out here. He really should have been, again, pressing the advantage that he has here. I mean, these... Are they coming off? What's going on here? Are these guys coming off? No, they're not. That's surprising. But yeah, and he's auto fires on, I think. But yeah, these guys, they should, there you go. Yeah, move up. You need to move up. You need to move up and then get in here, or wrap your way around to get into these guys. All of his cav is gone, I believe. I don't see any of it anywhere. I don't have any cav, obviously, and Sparta's cav is also gone. By this time, I think also Sparta has left the game. So now it's just me, Egypt, and Arverni duking it out. I'm bringing up my general here just to buff them with the rally banner or raise banner and rally. And Sparta over here is shooting into this little mass of guys over here. Egyptian cav still in the mix. Honestly, I wouldn't have charged them in there, especially since Arverni still has 4 archers and a lot of them still have ammo. I would have saved that cav unit and waited for a nice opportunity to charge in here. And silence the bows for a little bit, and hopefully also get them to start to rout and break. He's moving up his pikemen. Honestly, just get his pikes in on this. Instead, pull back the Cretan archers and the Thorio spears. And yeah, it's just like he's wasting a lot of ammo on like the wrong stuff to be shooting at, unfortunately. Because like you're gonna get a lot of collateral damage here. I would not be firing at these guys. The infantry here will be able to handle it because this unit of Abkhati Corps is just so outmatched. How many kills? 8, almost 811, 812, or 813. Yeah, just like a crap load. So many. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I appreciate it as well. Yeah, I was disappointed that Arverni left, because like after Sparta and Masacely left, and there was just 3 of us, I was just like, all right, well, this is, and Rome. I was like, that's it. Like, this is gonna end soon. And then it didn't. I was like, oh, cool. Like, okay, like Arverni still wants to play. Like, great. Like, let's keep it going. Like, you know, like the computer's kind of stupid, but we could keep trying to do this. I think maybe though he saw the writing on the wall. Realistically, Sparta had a lot of reserves left still. I still had my pikes who are moving up right now. At least they should be, right? Yeah, there they are. And even the Iberian swordsman here. Egypt still had a lot left, so I can't really blame him for conceding defeat, because that was just it. Like, what else was he gonna do? He wasn't gonna take on 3 armies by himself. It would have been cool if he did, but he did not. So, Egypt pushing the advantage still, going after some of the archers here. Honestly, at this point, I mean, Rome's gone. Macesli, for the most part, is gone. I'm starting to move up these Iberian swords. I'm going to plop them down right here because they're mounting these Osworn up on the walls here, and I want the Iberian swordsmen to use their jabbies to get rid of these guys. Is he moving up his... No. I think he's out of ammo for that, too, also. But yeah, it was... If Macesli had never left, I think that wouldn't have triggered Rome to leave, or Sparta to leave, and then Rome to leave. And I'm not blaming him either, you know? Like, sometimes you just get frustrated, and you just say to yourself, like, screw this, I'm not doing this. Like, this is stupid. It happened to me the other night, actually. I played 2v2 large army sizes, which already is stupid. And it was a mess. I played maybe like 10 minutes, and then we weren't getting anywhere, and I said, well, this is pointless, I'm leaving, and trying to find a different match to play, which I didn't. I think I logged off and played Mana Lords, probably, or Modern Warfare 2, honestly, 2019 version, because I love that game still. So 22 out of 24, they're exhausted, but they got 966 kills. Nice, love to see it. And these guys are just kind of like hanging out here. Like, they should be on the move. He should be pressing the advantage. I can't stress that enough. Like, they should just be getting out. They should just be getting out there and shaking hands, hitting the pavement. But yeah, and then this is the end. Again, I was a little bummed, but I can't blame him. I can't blame him for not wanting to stick it out, because Macesli and Rome got destroyed, and it was just him. He wasn't going to last. So, that's it. Honestly, I'll just fast forward. I'll give it to him, though. You know, he was a good sport. He stuck it out. He could have left when his 2 teammates left. But he stuck around, hoping that the computer would help. Unfortunately, it did not, because it never does. Alright, so myself with the 1,659, 0 for my general, 102, 249, and 0. 1 and 0 for my pikes, 70 and 40 for the late Carthaginian hoplites, 102, 207, 94 for the Libyan infantry, 21, 76, 16, 7, 107, 135 for the Samnite warriors, 45 for the Scutari, and 233 and 154. Pardon me. For the Sacred Band. Hannibal getting the most out of everybody because he just went on a tear. 3,367. 969 for his general. Well done. 12, 43, 138, and 38 for the Egyptian Cav. 845. Awesome for the Slav Chariots. 93, 97. 79, 147 for the range units. 56, 144, 55, 139, 40 for the Thorio Spears, 95, 170 for the Thorax Swords, 26 and 43 for the Pikes, and then 138 for the Galatian Royal Guard. And then Bam Bam Brown, 639, he really did nothing. I don't mean that as a slight either. He did do some aggressive plays, sallying out, which I thought was pretty cool. But then, yeah, he ended up leaving. Or maybe he lost the connection. I don't know. Gully Fern, 922, 1 for his general, 78 for the ballista, 87 for the noble horse or heavy horse, 40, 81, 101, 46 for the Gallic Hunters, 69, 56, 69, 12, 24, and 21 for Chosen Swords. Ooh. Sorry. And then 71, 69, 16, 77, and 4 for the Oathsworn. Cossack? I don't know. 752. Honestly, I'm not even going to bother covering. And then Venetrix, 793. Yeah, that's it. But 969 kills, that's pretty good. Almost 1,000. Close, but no cigar. All right. I mean, just don't leave. Just don't leave. That's all that I could ever possibly ask of anyone is don't leave. Am I guilty of quitting a game if it's not going my way? Yeah, I'm guilty of doing that for, here and there. I think everybody is. But look, man, this online community is only going to become more toxic and more trouble to deal with if people keep leaving games because it's not going their way or they're losing. If they cheat, if they glitch in units, if they bring more archers than what they were supposed to, or pikes or artillery, it's going to ruin what Rome 2 was before they took away the chat function. Because this shit never would have happened in chat function if the chat function was still available. Don't get me wrong. It's not to say that it never happened, but I feel like it happened a lot less. So, whatever. What are you going to do? I'll keep playing this. I'll keep trying to get content so I can record battle replays. Because that's really my favorite thing to do. I love covering battle replays. I love giving my interpretation of what should be happening, giving my best educated guess as to what is going to happen, and then I get a little giddy feeling in my stomach when I guess, and then moments later, what I had guessed should happen happens. And I never watch I don't pre-watch these. It's always, I'm going in fresh, the same as you. So, oh well. All right. That's it for me. I will catch you. What are we going to do next? Probably, we'll jump back on Lord of Men. We'll probably do that. And then, Lord of Men, and then it'll be Jade Empire again. Thinking about maybe doing another campaign as well, but we'll see. All right. Have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.